never swim in the shallow end of pools because I like to dive deep. Thank you, Dusky Gaming, for that. Today we're going into Twitch statistics. Super deep analysis of Twitch statistics, all of the games, all of the channels, all of the peak viewers, peak channels, etc., to find those caked in opportunities where you can potentially grow on Twitch and just get insights on what's happening on the platform by the numbers. There's so many people out there sharing their opinion about how to grow on Twitch, where the opportunities are on Twitch. Well, the best way to get the insights is to actually look at the numbers. And today we're going to explore Twitch Tracker, Twitch Stats, Sully Gnome, and Streamlabs report, as well as some prime research on Twitch itself, in order to actually find those caked in opportunities and those interesting insights you've probably never seen before. I'm talking about the top 10 most viewed channels, top 10 most viewed games, the breakdown of which languages are growing, how is music doing, who's getting the most followers, who's got the most subs, why is this happening? And we're going to try to extract some insights from that. And you guys get to come along with me on this research process. I've been doing this for the last 10 years for a living, researching platforms like this. And this is the first time I've ever live streamed that research live on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, link in the description below, follow. I'm live streaming every single weekday, insights for you guys, live group coaching, and hopefully some things that you didn't realize about Twitch, mind-blowing statistics. You guys ready to do it? Yo, the real legend of gaming is here and Bit Wars Mercenary is here. So let's get into the research itself. So first things first, the thing everybody asks themselves about Twitch is, which games should I stream? So using the data source of twitchtracker.com, the list has actually changed since we did our Digital Drop podcast episode on this. And I wanted to explore some of these top games, maybe look through the top 10, maybe top 20 games on Twitch to find undersaturated titles, potentially ones that you guys can cover. And you guys are going to catch it here live. And most importantly, it isn't just about like the research that I'm doing today and you getting insights from that research. It's learning the research method. I've been doing this for so long. I've dropped in thousands of hours into research on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all the algorithms. I've watched thousands of videos, you name it, on all of these platforms. I want you to learn the research method I'm using so that you can do this on your own. Because if you're doing everything exactly the same as every other creator, every other streamer, every other influencer out there, and you don't have new information and new data to work off of that they don't, then how are you going to get an advantage versus the 11 million active streamers that you're competing against? Right? You have to do something way different than what they're doing. You have to run a different strategy if you want to stand out from the crowd. Think of the analogy of, being in the middle of New York City. There's like, 10, 12 million people there. That's how many people are streaming on Twitch, essentially. I mean, not that many, but close. And so if you want to break out and you want to break through in somewhere like Manhattan, you can't just go, hey, and wave toward the sky. You need to do something completely different to stand out from a crowd that is that large. Got it? So one of the ways you can do that is by finding out which games to stream and seeing where the caked in opportunities are. And here with Pokemon Black White, which is really interesting, it's got a decent ratio of viewers to channels. So what that does is this list on Twitch Tracker ranks the games on Twitch with their number of average channels versus the number of average viewers. And it gives you a ratio of how good that is in comparison to the average game on Twitch. And it helps simmer the best game streaming opportunities to the top for you. And I'm going to go over these today. The ratio is 215 here, which is why Pokemon Black White is really breaking out as a trend. And if we dive deeper into this game, as we can see, there are 86 live viewers there right now with 20 live channels. So at the moment, the statistics aren't that good. So I would say that this is probably not the best opportunity to grow right now, which is why you dive deep into these topics and actually click them before you assume that they are doing well. But let's confirm by going to Twitch itself and going and searching by games. And so we're going to look for Pokemon, not Pokemon, Pokemon Black White. And we're going to go look and see if there is a caked in opportunity that we're missing. We're going to quickly glance here. And as we talked about on the Digital Drop podcast, if you want to break through on a game on Twitch, there's a couple things that you want to look at. Number one, you want to look at how many followers that game has, just to understand what the total potential reach of streaming to that game could be. You want to look at that moment, how many viewers are there. And most importantly, you want to see if there's some sort of like exceptional stream that's really boosting the numbers, like in the number 1 or number 2 spot, like somebody with hundreds or thousands of viewers that could be boosting the numbers and really jacking up the data. And as you can see right here, it doesn't look like it would require too many viewers for you to be above the fold. You want to be in the top 10 streams on Twitch if you want to be discovered on Twitch. So you want to be like in this zone right here, the top 10 streams on Twitch if you want to break through. And in order to do that, for this particular game, you only need a total of 3 viewers. So that's not too bad. Breaking through here with 3 viewers isn't too bad, but it looks like the total pool of viewers available here is not that great. So I would say Pokemon Black White, not a good opportunity, even though it got a relatively high score here on the list. Cool. Looking to number 2. So see how just quickly we moved on from that? Shadow Arena, it says it currently has 0 live viewers and 0 live channels. So it looks like it had some significant activity recently where somebody was randomly playing it, as you can see right here behind me. Whoop. And it really boosted up the numbers and it generated a lot of extra activity. But as soon as those numbers went away, the activity for this game decreased. So what we want to do is we want to go take a look at Shadow Arena on Twitch, and we want to see if this is a game that has a potential opportunity. Like if 0 people are streaming this game, but at some point, okay, there's 2 people streaming the game right now. 2 people streaming the game right now. Those people are getting 1 viewer and 4 viewers, and one of them isn't even speaking English. Could this be an opportunity for you to break through with this game? With 19,000 followers, the total size of the potential reach here with this game is it's okay. But you could easily break through and get above the fold. As you can see, there are 3 slots available here in the top row for you to be discovered, and all 5 slots down here for you to be discovered on Twitch. So this is a potential opportunity to grow on Twitch as much as there are opportunities to grow. And guys, post in the comments live here on Twitch which games you would like me to explore and analyze. I'm just doing the top 10 games based on this algorithm here on Twitch Tracker, but I would like you to provide me with your insights or provide me with things that you want me to explore more deeply, and I'm happy to do that. Chess is a really interesting one. Chess gets 8.2 times more reach than the average game on Twitch. And we know that chess is a super active area here, right? And so one thing that's really interesting is that the average channels that are live for this game is 88. That's not that many. But it would be difficult to get above the fold when there's 88 channels, right? That's because you want to be in the top 10 for a particular game, right? To break through. And so as we explore chess, it may be more difficult, but as you can see, the average viewers for this game is relatively high. So what we will do is we'll take a look at chess. We'll see currently 15,000 live viewers, and look how it's trending over time right behind me. Notice how chess has just really been trending this year. As we moved into COVID, it really went up. It dipped down kind of toward the end of the summer, and now it's going back up as we move into holiday break. So you could potentially pick up some chess viewership while it's on the uptrend. But as you can see, chess overall this year is on a significant uptrend overall, like massive uptrend overall. And so this is a game that's going up. It is a vertical that is increasing, or it is a game that is increasing, a topic that is increasing. And so this could be an opportunity for you guys to potentially cover not only chess on Twitch, but also to cover chess maybe on YouTube or social media avenues. Now I want to look at chess, the game. There it is, not chess booty. Chess, the game, there it is, and we can explore chess. So what are the odds of breaking through in chess? Well, as you can see, there are 1 million followers for chess. There are currently 15,000 viewers. So the total size of the audience here is excellent, right? It's an excellent audience, potentially. And this is really, really cool. Interesting. So what we need to do here is we need to, because there's a lot of streams, sort high to low. And in order to break through and be above the fold for this particular game, you need to have 100, you basically need to have 200 concurrent viewers to break through. So that's probably unattainable for a lot of you guys. So unless you built a YouTube audience and you drove that YouTube audience over to Twitch, breaking through with chess is probably not going to be an opportunity for you. But this could tell you that there's a big audience for chess. It's a big loyal audience. And that over time, as you build maybe a YouTube audience for this game, and you drive it over to Twitch. And as maybe you do collaborations on Twitch to break through, you can potentially punch up the list here and get toward the top. But you need to have at least 200 concurrent viewers to break through on this trend to be above the fold. You feel me? Are you guys starting to see how I'm doing these analyses now? Echo Through Me is here. I would love to see a potential Wild Rift, although I'm not sure it's on Twitch yet. I'm not sure if Wild Rift is on Twitch yet. Let's take a look. League of Legends Wild Rift, here it is. So we will manually search it here. And this is the new League of Legends MOBA game, if you guys are interested in that. And let me type in Wild Rift here, and we'll take a look and see if there's an opportunity on Twitch for that. Here it is, categories, League of Legends Wild Rift, here it is. And now we can take a look on Twitch how this game is trending over time. And so you don't have to wonder, Sage Network, good to see you. But you don't have to wonder how the viewership is doing for Wild Rift. You can literally look, it's all on Twitch tracker. And so as it stands right now, the viewers per channel over the last 7 days is 9.7. That's okay. And as you can see, it had a little mini, let me pull up the chart behind me here. As you can see, it had a little mini spike here about a month ago. And then interest in the game kind of declined a little bit over time. And it stayed relatively small. So it was kind of a spike trend here on Twitch. Now, Wild Rift, as a mobile game, obviously, if you're a restreamer or a multi-streamer, you can potentially tap into audience that's on YouTube and Facebook through those algorithms and potentially capture audience for Wild Rift there. And so I would say this is definitely a multi-streaming game because the audience on Twitch is, we'll see. But as it stands right now, the average viewers is 321 over the last 7 days. That's okay. And it looks like they did some sort of mega promotional event for the game, which got it peak viewers at 130,000. So some sort of Riot Games event occurred here, which is really spiking the total numbers. But when we analyze the game on Twitch, interestingly, it already has 94,000 followers, which is a good sign that there's some interest here in the game. And also you see that there's only 179 concurrent viewers. And there's a question in chat about, is this game available in NA yet? I don't know if it is. You guys can advise on that. Based on what I'm seeing here on Twitch with the languages that are streaming the game right now, it doesn't look like it is. But maybe I'm wrong. In order to get above the fold on Twitch for this game, you need to have 4 concurrent viewers. So getting 4 concurrent viewers would not be that hard. And so this is a game where you could potentially, as a streamer, start streaming this game, do some restream, throw a couple YouTube videos up and get people to follow you on Twitch, and you could potentially break through and become one of the top people for this game on Twitch, so that if it does trend up, and you had better believe Riot Games is going to dump some money into this game, then you can potentially be one of the top streams for this game, and potentially, if you get in early, maintain a top position for Wild Rift as the game grows. Maybe it grows, maybe it doesn't, but a lot of the time you have to take a risk in order to understand whether a game's going to grow and maybe get in a little bit early on that game to maybe start building an audience for it. And so one strategy with this game and many others is if you wanted to combine this game with another similar game that maybe is available right now in your region, you could potentially stream Mobile Legends and build an audience with Mobile Legends. And there's a lot of crossover between Mobile Legends and that game. So there's your Wild Rift analysis. I would give Wild Rift a 1 thumb up if the game grows in the future and Riot continues to dump marketing to it as it moves toward global launch, and the NA launch occurs. 1 thumb up right now if that stuff occurs. And then if they drop marketing in it and the game is monetizing really well, Riot is going to triple and quadruple down on marketing and esports for the game, and then it's 2 thumbs way up. So if you got in early on a game like Wild Rift, so this is why you tune in live to watch this right now. If you get in early on a game like Wild Rift and you start building audience for it and it is successful, as you can see in English markets, not many people are hitting it because it's not available, but you could start hyping it on YouTube. You could start doing analysis on YouTube. You could start creating content on YouTube for this and streaming Mobile Legends in the meantime in anticipation. You could potentially ride that marketing wave that's coming along with League of Legends. So I give it 1 thumbs up now, potentially 2 thumbs up if the game monetizes well. If Riot Games sees that when they insert a dollar into Wild Rift, they get $3, $4, whatever it is out of the other side on this game, you better believe they're going to insert more dollars. And by insert dollars, I mean advertise it, pay influencers to play it, etc., which is going to boost concurrent viewership and popularity across all platforms. You feel me? That's the deep insights there, baby. Deep. We go on the deep side of the pool. All right. Virtual Casino. Good afternoon to you, Casual Nerd Jason, and everybody joining here live. Good to see you. Virtual Casino. The Virtual Casino is a category that gets 7.1 times more viewership than the average game on Twitch. Yikes. That's really good. That's a really good ratio. And on average, there's only 17 channels playing these virtual casino games and a decent average viewership. This is, on its surface, this is looking really, really strong, actually. So let's dive a little bit deeper into virtual casino. Yeah, I mean, the number of channels is quite low. It's quite low. And if you look at how it's trending over time, at the beginning of this year, it was basically nothing, as you can see behind me. Went up with COVID-19, stayed flat during the summer, and then now is going up toward the end of the year. So this is a trend on the way up. Virtual casino is on the way up. You want to ride trends on the way up. That's why you want to dive into the numbers, not ones that are on the way down, of course. So let's take a look at the actual game on Twitch and do some manual analysis and research on this game and see if there is truly an opportunity here. Oops, I just need to click the game when it pops up. There we go. And see what the opportunity is to break in above the fold. Only 70,000 followers here for Virtual Casino, but there are currently 1.4K viewers, which means that, yep, there's one big streamer right here with 500 viewers, but there's a number of other ones with 200, 100, 100 that shows you that people are interested in watching this across multiple channels. It's not just one creator driving all the traffic. What is required to break through on Virtual Casino? Let's take a look here above the fold. Top 10 streams, the lowest one is 19 viewers. So in order for you to break through with Virtual Casino, you need to have 20 viewers. That's it, 20 viewers. Is that attainable? Yes. And also I would say that with Virtual Casino, almost every one of the, here, let me make sure I'm sorting it correctly. Viewers high to low, yeah. Almost every one of these streamers here in the top is actually a non-English streamer, non-English. So as an English streamer, you may be able to push toward the top more quickly if you can find some English viewers that are interested in watching this content. So that, I would give Virtual Casino one thumb up. Now, the problem with Virtual Casino, of course, you may have some ethical problems with it. You may not want to gamble and encourage other people to gamble. That's cool. It's one thumbs up though. It looks like there's some sort of growth opportunity here potentially, but unless you test it, it's not clear what that is. And the reason why it's one thumb up and not two, because by the numbers this is maybe close to a 2 thumbs up testing opportunity, is that with Virtual Casino you can't make YouTube videos about it. So YouTube doesn't let you post gambling content on YouTube and monetize it or spread it on YouTube. So you can't do Virtual Casino and then grow on YouTube too. So there's some limitations here. But a huge positive, why I'm giving Virtual Casino one thumbs up, is that this is the type of category where these games, these companies that do these games would probably pay you big dollars in sponsorship opportunities to play their casino game because they're literally printing digital money, right? And so, of course, they want influencers to boost their game, to get it out there. And so there could be great sponsorship opportunities here. Virtual Casino. There you go. Okay, so we've gotten through the top 4 plus a bonus one. Let's take a look at slots. Slots looks interesting. So, and we're only going to cover the top 10 here, and we're going to move on to another category. But with slots, you've got 120 average channels. That's a lot of competition. But the average viewers is 19.7K. So I think we can probably very quickly write this one off just because there's so much competition. And if we look at it over time, the trend on slots on Twitch is like, let's see, average viewers is around 20K-ish here toward the end of the year. And it was around or about this time last year was around 12K-ish. So it looks like this trend has actually gone up overall by about 70% over time. So it is on the uptrend with COVID-19. Do you guys enjoying this analysis? Are you guys learning anything? Is there anything that you guys want me to analyze? This is your opportunity to get me to do it for free. Clients normally pay me $150 to $250 per hour to do market analysis for them. I'll do it for you for $0 right here on Twitch. All right. It's on the way up, 70% increase with this trend, so you can ride this trend up. Echo Through Me is enjoying it. Perfect. Somebody's enjoying it, so let's go to the slots. Let's go to the slots, boys. And it's kind of stupid how they don't have a real icon for slots, even though it has so much viewership. Why don't they have a custom icon for that? That's super janky. Twitch, what are you doing? Can you not just put an icon here of a cartoon slot machine? What the hell is wrong with you? But there's 539,000 followers for this game. I mean, a lot of viewers, but in order to break through on this one, it looks like the competition is insanely high. And it looks like there is a lot of English-speaking competition here above the fold. So as you can see, in order to break in above the fold on this game, you're looking at a total, having to have basically 600 concurrent viewers to go above the fold. That means that there's basically no growth opportunity here. And as mentioned earlier with casino and gambling games, you can't promote them on YouTube. You may be limited in how you promote them or cover them on other platforms. So I would give slots a thumbs down. Slots is a thumbs down. That is not an opportunity to grow right now. Slots is definitely not an opportunity to grow. Even though it was high up on the list, even though it has a good viewer to streamer ratio, it is not a growth opportunity. Heroes of Might and Magic. This is like the longest title for a game ever. Heroes of Might and Magic 3: The Restoration of Arathia. 10 words for this game title. Somebody fire that branding and marketing team or whoever made that decision. What? That is an insanely long name. Anyway, there's 23 average channels with 3,000 average viewers. That's a very, very good set of numbers there. I like those numbers. 6.8 times better viewer to channel ratio than the average game on Twitch. Let's take a deeper look, huh? Oh, wow. This one's really been trending up consistently since September. Up, 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 up. And holding steady here toward the end of the month. Okay. So it went up and it's kind of holding steady. This is an interesting little consistent trend that just came out of nowhere. Maybe you guys can get in early on this one. Non-existent. I assume it just released and it went up and now it's plateauing. So that's not bad. And of course you could pair this one up with YouTube videos, of course. So you can actually promote this one. Okay, so you're interested in the game Outriders that's coming out in February. Also Monster Hunter World. Okay, we can look at Monster Hunter World. I won't be able to look at Outriders on Twitch because Twitch is only a platform that you can take a look at current games that exist today. But we can do a YouTube analysis on something like Outriders on a YouTube specific stream for sure. So this game is interesting. It looks like it's an interesting opportunity. I want to manually inspect it on Twitch because this kind of looks like almost too good to be true. Like lots and lots of viewers, but no streamers. What's going on here? So let's take a look. Is there like one big guy that's like breaking through? Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. So this game only has 35,000 followers, but it's got 8.9K viewers. And it has some big talent at the top that's really holding the line in terms of the above the fold real estate here. So you've got one streamer here with 2.5K viewers, 1.6, 1.5, 1.3, just holding the line. Very, very consistent viewership across these top streams. In order to break above the fold, you would need, unfortunately, you would need 137 concurrent viewers. That is a lot of concurrent viewers to be able to punch through on this one. So I'm having a hard time giving this one a thumbs up. This would be a like long haul, long grind game where you'd have to put in a lot of time and to build a YouTube audience in particular to drive it over here, because you're not going to get exposure on this game. So I cannot in good faith give this one a thumbs up, but I'm not going to give this game a thumbs down because the numbers are good. There's still a relatively low amount of channels streaming this game with a relatively high viewership. And so this one's like in the middle. We're going to do like this. We aren't going to go thumbs up or thumbs down. We're going to keep it in the middle with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Restoration of Arathia. All right. This is the grind that is required, guys, to find caked in opportunities, to find secret games that could help you grow, to do something different than what other people do, instead of just listening to what your boy told you about what you should stream. Instead, we're looking at the numbers, what the numbers say, and numbers are truth. Last epoch, how do you pronounce that? Epitaph or something? I have no idea. Average only 5 channels, but the average viewers is 800. Sounds like there's like one big streamer on that or something. 6.7 times better than the Twitch average. So let's take a look at this. And very inconsistent viewership over time. This looks bad. It just spikes here. It spikes here. Kind of goes up a little bit. This is bad. I'm not even going to look at it on Twitch. There's just little teeny spikes. I'm out. We're not going to even look at it. I'm out. There's no consistent wave of viewership to ride there, so I'm out. That's not going to work. Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3. So that's 2 thumbs way down for last epoch or whatever the heck that game is called. Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3. Average channels is 9. Average viewers is 1.4K. That is an insane statistic. So let's take a look here. Is it like one big channel driving all the viewership? Yep. As you can see, it is. You see the chart behind us. The chart behind us has little spikes here and there. It looks like occasionally when somebody famous fires up a stream for this game, it spikes up randomly, but there's no consistent viewership here to tap into. So not a caked in opportunity, in my opinion. You need to have at least some baseline of viewership, right, in order to break through in the game. But let's just take a look on this one. Let's just take a look and just see. It does not look good. There's 72,000. Interesting. There's 72,000 followers for this game. There were 31 viewers, evidently. There's no streams that I see here. So, I mean, it's possible that you could fire up a stream for this game and get viewership. Maybe people that have followed the game, they'll get a notification for it. So, I'm not going to give this a thumbs down. I'm actually going to give this a thumbs up. Test it out. A game like this, that's this famous, that has 72,000 followers, fire up one stream. See if you get some organic off of it. See if you get some free traction off of it. Thumbs up. Not 2 thumbs up, because you need to test this, but this is test worthy on Twitch to see if you can get some caked in viewership off of this game. Interesting. I was not expecting that. You know what? Let me take a look at last epoch or however the heck you pronounce this game, and see if it's something similar. Maybe I'm writing it off because I'm just not as familiar with the game. I wrote it off a minute ago. 17K followers, and it's got 33 viewers, and it looks like this one, in order to be above the fold, you need 2 viewers. So you could break through on this one for sure. I'm not too confident that you could get any sort of critical mass of viewership here, but you could definitely become the king of this game pretty quickly. If you just have like 2 viewers, you're going to be like right here. You're going to be the number 4, or like you're going to be right here, the number 5 biggest stream for this game. So I don't know. This one is, it's somewhere between meh and thumbs down. So I don't know how much of an opportunity is really here for this game. It's not saturated, but maybe you can acquire, I don't know, 10 concurrent viewers off of this, maybe, if you're lucky. That's not that big of a market opportunity, right? Okay. I'm sorry you have to miss it, Echo. I know you have to go do your fancy pants job now, so enjoy that. So Monster Hunter World, let's go ahead and explore that. Let's search for Monster Hunter World on Twitch Tracker. I'm not seeing, oh, here it is, Monster Hunter World. Perfect. And as it stands right now, there's a lot of live channels, but there is not a lot of viewership according to this, so we're going to have to take a look. And if you look at how Monster Hunter World is trending over time, very similar to any sort of like MMORPG style trend, where it spikes when new content comes out, then dies off immediately. Spikes when new content comes out, then dies off immediately. New content, death, new content, death, new content, death, new content, death. And see, here's the trend. Overall, each spike when new content comes out is smaller and smaller and smaller than the previous one. And so that kind of leads you to believe that this game is obviously on the way out. It's a dying game. Dying. So let's take a look at a manual analysis on Twitch. The downward trend here is not encouraging, but that could be an opportunity for people to cover a dying game when other people leave it behind, right? It actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be. So Monster Hunter World has 1.8 million followers. That's insane. 1,000 concurrent viewers at the moment. And in order to be above the fold on Twitch for this game, you only need to have 26 viewers. It's actually not that hard to do. It still puts you in the top percentage of streamers, but 26 is not that hard to do. And if you want to omit the non-English streams here, you could potentially break through on this trend, actually on Twitch. I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. I mean, I know it's not easy to get 20 viewers, 20 to 30 viewers, but with YouTube videos covering this, with all the big streamers jumping off of this game, maybe only covering when new content comes out, there's actually a decent amount of viewership to acquire from this title. So I would actually give this one a thumbs up. I would say this is definitely worth a test on Twitch. 100% worth a test on Twitch. And a game as dense as Monster Hunter World is, there's about 1,000 guide and new player and beginner videos and covering how to actually play the darn game on YouTube that you could hit up to maximize your search volume. And so I like it for a lot of reasons. Thumbs up for Monster Hunter World. Thank you very much for that. I did an analysis of Wild Rift earlier. That was one of the first ones I did. I gave Wild Rift a tentative thumbs up, depending on how successful it is. BKO. It was a tentative thumbs up. That was my analysis there. I will have the replay on YouTube. You can watch that replay later and watch the full analysis on that. Somebody asked me to do that one early. I think Echo asked me to do that. Beautiful. Any other games you want me to do an analysis on? So yeah, for me, Wild Rift was a tentative thumbs up, maybe 2 thumbs way up if the game monetizes well. That was the TLDR version of that. Golf with your friends. Who wants to play that? So it's got a really interesting set of stats here. Look at this. Only 22 channels on average for this game, but 3,100 average viewers. What? That's pretty good. 5.8 times better than the average game on Twitch. All right. Let's take a diaper. Let's take a diaper dive. How about maybe instead of doing that, we could take a deeper dive. Let's not take a diaper dive. Let's take a deeper dive. So it looks like the game more or less plateaued from 2017 to COVID-19. And as soon as COVID hit, it spiked during the summer, and then it's declined, and then kind of held steady now over time. That's good. That's actually not bad. It's possible that it could spike back up again. Possibly. So let's take a look at a manual analysis of Golf with Your Friends on Twitch and see if there's a caked in opportunity here. A secret, mind-blowing opportunity. Really? Interesting. This game has really grown. It's got 143,000 followers, only 82 viewers right now. But in order to be above the fold on this game, you have to have 2 viewers. That's it. 2 viewers is it. Can you guys get 2 viewers? You think you guys can get 2 viewers and be above the fold on this? I'd give this one a thumbs up. Not 2 thumbs up, just 1 thumbs up. I would say probably relatively easy to become above the fold on this game and to acquire viewers for it. The big reason why this is not 2 thumbs up for sure is that the market opportunity here is relatively small. It's a small market opportunity. So yeah, 1 thumbs up. You can get some viewers off this probably organically. Only 1. Not anywhere near as good as Monster Hunter World, that's for sure. because the market opportunity is so tiny. I don't know how this would restream. I don't know how well this is performing on Facebook Gaming and YouTube. I'm not sure if it's doing that well on those platforms, but on Twitch it's doing meh. One thumbs up. That's it. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Okay, and then let's take a look at Slam Dunk, a game that you probably didn't think you'd ever be seeing analysis on. 8 average channels, but 1.1K average viewers. That's interesting. 5.8 times the average. Let's see how this one's been trending. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it looks like it was doing really well this summer. And then during the summer, it was kind of spiking. It really died off. And then now it's kind of coming back. I don't like this trend line. So you don't want to be covering a game that was big, declined, and then only has like a little mini spike happening right here. That does not bode well for the future of the game. What this game says to me is that this is a game that is seasonal. Maybe when young people are out of school, this gets covered, and maybe it's content drops that are getting people in here, but these numbers are not very good. They're okay. They're not very good, but the amount of competition is attractive. There's barely any competition. So let's take a look. I don't know. 33,000 followers for this game, 700 concurrent viewers, but as you can see, this guy has almost all of them. 676 concurrent viewers right here. In order to be above the fold on this game, all you need is how many viewers, audience? Type it in chat. Take a look at this one. Let's see if you guys are now understanding the research method. As you can see, the slots behind me are blank. How many viewers do you need to break through on this game? I think I've repeated the process. This is the 10th time. You guys should understand it. How many do you need to be above the fold, to be discovered for this game? I'll take a sip of water and let you answer that question. Bear Joe, it's good to see you, buddy. And the correct answer is you need 0 viewers. 0 viewers. So can you guys get 0 viewers to be above the fold? Can you guys get 0 viewers? I hope you can get 0 viewers. You literally all you have to do is just go live. So thumbs up for this game. Not 2 thumbs up. Thumbs up, test it, see if you can acquire some audience here. It looks like a seasonal title. So if you were to move between like silly party gamesy kind of stuff, or like keep it in the anime realm with other titles, you could potentially build an audience with this one. But there are some free viewers to acquire on this. It looks like it's got a pretty international audience. So I'm going to actually retract my thumbs up and make it a middle of the road-ish kind of thing. I don't think it's actually a thumbs up. It's middle of the road. I don't think the viewers on this, for North American streamers like you guys, I don't think this game will monetize very well. You're probably going to get a lot of folks that whose currency does not convert well to US dollars. So that was the top 10 games according to this website. Oops, that was the top 10 games to stream according to Twitch Tracker, and we did a full analysis on that. So that process should be crystal clear to you guys now. You guys should be able to do that research process on your own and be able to find caked in opportunities. So if you're trying to find out how to break through on Twitch, you go to this website, you click on the game, you look at how it's trending over time, you do a manual analysis of it on Twitch, and then you can make your own determination on how good or not that game is for you to break through. It's that simple. All right, there's a request here in chat from Bear Joe saying he's looking for a 20% game to add on top of his 80. So he's looking for the 80-20 rule, which is 80% main game, 20% alternate game. He's looking for a 20% game to do 20% of the time. So let's take a look at PUBG Mobile on the statistics website. PUBG Mobile. Here it is. Let's take a look and see how well it's doing. Over time, it's doing fairly well. Started out low, spiked a little bit, doing pretty well since COVID-19 hit, pretty consistent performance. It's a pretty solid game overall. If we look at the trend line here for PUBG Mobile on Twitch, spiked into 2019, actually declined moving into COVID, then went back up with COVID, and now is kind of smoothing out over time. So it looks like it's just a consistent game that's going to be here for years to come. I think we all know that. PUBG Mobile is one of the top mobile games. It's one of the top games on Facebook Gaming. It's one of the top games on YouTube Gaming. And obviously it does pretty well on Twitch, but not as well on Twitch as it does on like Facebook Gaming, obviously. On Facebook Gaming, it gets tens of thousands of concurrent viewers. Here on Twitch, it doesn't look like it has anywhere near that level of audience. So let's take a look and see what it's looking like here on Twitch in particular. Okay, that's interesting. 5.2 million followers for this game, but only 500 viewers at the moment. So this is like a restream special. You restream this bad boy to Twitch, restream it to Facebook, restream it to YouTube. You're starting to get in business here. And then to break into the above the fold range on this, you will need 21 viewers. 21. That is attainable. So this is definitely a thumbs up as a restream game. And the reason why it's got to be a restream game is that the Facebook algorithm will just give you free viewers if you cover this game. And then you can just tell those viewers to come over to Twitch. And then if you stream for long enough and maybe you make some YouTube videos along with it to drive traffic to Twitch, you could achieve the 21 concurrent viewers required to be above the fold on this game on Twitch. So it's one thumbs up, not two thumbs up, but one thumbs up on PUBG Mobile. I'd say this is worth a test. And also as an English-speaking tuber or English-speaking streamer, as you can see, there is how many English streams here on the top? 1, 2. So I'm sorry, that's German down there. Sorry about that. There's 1 English stream in the top here. So as an English streamer, you know, your chances of getting, let's say, noticed on Twitch are even higher in that case. If you guys have any other games you want me to cover, let me know. I'm happy to do some research here for you. But that was games. Games. But what we're going to look at now is a really, really interesting one that you guys might not have thought of. So the website here, we're going to transition into Twitch stats.net. And I bet you didn't know about these stats right over here, right above my head. Take a look at these guys right above my head. So this is a breakdown of the languages that people are speaking, or that the streams are in on Twitch. And what you probably didn't know is that English is actually not as big of a piece of the pie as you thought. English, as you can see on Twitch, is only 57% of the viewership on the platform. Is that surprising to you? Facebook Gaming, I bet English is probably way less than that. I'd say it's probably 30 to 40% if I were to guess. And on YouTube, maybe it's something similar to this, maybe less. So English as a total portion of the pie, as all of these international markets like Spanish and Russian and Portuguese and German expand, and as more countries get good internet infrastructure and they are able to stream more and the affordability of technology is made available to their countries, you're going to be seeing a lot more of not only Korean and Japanese here on the list. You're probably going to see Philippines and India breaking through if India will allow Twitch. I'm not sure if that's the case. And these are sort of like emerging technology nations breaking in here and getting a big piece of the pie. That's a big reason why Facebook Gaming has all the viewership it has right now, is that it's got a huge Philippines and India viewership. Whereas I think Twitch is like banned or something in India, I think, or maybe in the Philippines too. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's preventing it from actually growing there. And so English is only 57% of the pie in terms of Twitch viewership. Spanish is 9, Russian is 7, and Portuguese is 6. And then as you can see, these other languages kind of smaller portions of the pie. And so as an English speaker, you need to realize that English is not the dominant language. It will soon not be the majority of the pie here. And so you need to be ready for there to be a lot more saturation of non-English streams cutting up in on your game and potentially taking bilingual viewers away from you. Like if English is a second language for you, your primary language is Russian, you're going to take a lower quality, probably Russian streamer over an English streamer. Same thing is the case for Spanish, Portuguese, German, French, and all these other languages. And so all of you guys that, have been for a long time experiencing the benefit of bilingual viewers coming to discover you as an English streamer, that advantage you've had speaking the dominant language on these platforms is deteriorating and is going to continue to deteriorate over time, which is why doing something unique and really breaking into a niche makes a lot of sense. It's also a reason why restreaming is important because the language mix on all these platforms is going to be different between Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. And you don't want the language limitations or the market shifts due to language limitations negatively impacting your business, negatively impacting your prospects to actually break through as a streamer. Interesting, right? Cool. All right, let's take a look at some more stats on this website. So this one's interesting here, and I want to question this. So whenever you see numbers on a stats website, don't assume that they are correct. All right? So right now, according to twitchstats.net, the total active and total streamers right now they're saying that there's 665,000 active streamers on Twitch. And it's saying that the total streamers is only 1.5 million. That's interesting because there are completely contradictory numbers to that on the Streamlabs report. Take a look at this. Let me zoom in and show you what I'm talking about. Let's go down here to where Twitch is. So it's saying that's the number of active streamers, or total streamers is 1.5 million, according to this report. According to the Streamlabs report, the number of unique channels on Twitch is over 10 million. So how is there this gigantic discrepancy in data? I would say that Streamlabs and Hatchet and Stream Hatchet are a lot more reliable of a data source than twitchstats.net. Because Stream Hatchet actually sells data as its actual business. Like they actually just sell data reports in a premium subscription to companies and corporations as their like business. And so when you see contradictory data, everyone, like this, massively contradictory data, Stream Hatchet, the professional business that sells streaming data, says there's 10 million channels on Twitch. Random website, Twitch Stats, says that it's 1.5 million. Generally speaking, you should go with whichever company literally makes a living off of having accurate stats. That's going to be your best source. So for me, this kind of like makes a lot of the numbers on this website a big question mark for me, given the giant discrepancy in that data. But currently, based on what we're seeing from Stream Hatchet, there are 10 million unique channels on Twitch. That doesn't mean that they're all quote unquote active streamers, let's say in quotation marks. But to my knowledge, this 10 million number here, in terms of unique channels, means that they streamed at least once in that particular quarter. So so for example, 10 million streamers streamed in Q2 of this year, 10.5 million streamed in Q3 of this year, 6.1 million streamed in Q1 of this year, 4.5 million streamed Q4 of last year. So does that mean they're extremely active? No. But they did stream at least once during that quarter. We can know that for sure. So that's interesting. All right, a request from BKO in chat to run the data on Fractal Combat VR. Let's run the data. Fractal Combat VR. Nothing found. Literally not there. Sorry. Let's see if it's on Twitch. Fractal Combat. Nope. Not on Twitch. So if you're seeing the game on other platforms, it sure as heck is not on Twitch. Sorry. So that statistic is not available. So this website, I would say so far, twitchstats.net, I'm way less interested in a lot of the statistics here because I'm concerned that I'm concerned that the data is accurate. Yeah. And right here, like the average streamers, it's saying, you know, this average streamers chart is pretty interesting by time of day. So this is interesting. Even if they're missing a lot of the streamer data, it's interesting to kind of see when the platform is most saturated with streamers. So let's take a look at, maybe you're trying to figure out like, what time of day should I stream, right? And so this chart can help you out with that. If you guys are asking yourself, all right, let's talk about that. What time of day is the best time of day for you to live stream on Twitch? And generally speaking, in order to answer this question, you need to look at data on the viewers and how that's curving over time. And then you need to compare that with data in terms of the number of channels. And so viewers is demand. Channels is supply. So what you're trying to do is find some times where there's a discrepancy between supply and demand, right? And if you can find a point where the demand is a little bit higher, but the supply is a little bit lower, for example, in terms of viewers versus channels, then you can find a caked in opportunity to maybe grow by optimizing the time of day you stream, right? And so let's take a look at the statistics here on Twitch stats, which take it as it is. All right. So if you look at how viewers trend over time on Twitch stats, this is global, by the way, not just US. According to this chart, 0 is midnight EST. The lowest point in the day in terms of viewership is at 4 a.m. Eastern time. There's actually like 1/3 basically of the viewership at 4 a.m. Eastern time on Twitch, as there is at 14 o'clock Eastern time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time. This is global, by the way, not just North America, global. So this would tell us that we need to keep an eye at 4 Eastern. We need to take an eye at 14 Eastern as well. Those are the 2 points of interest on this chart that we need to keep in mind. And if we can find a discrepancy somewhere in this data with the high point and the low point in terms of viewership and channels, we may be able to increase our odds of being discovered on the platform. That's viewers, okay? Now let's take a look at channels. Channels appears to follow a similar trend. The low point in terms of channels is actually at like 5 o'clock Eastern. And the high point in terms of channels is at 14. So it looks like this data follows a similar trend, which is interesting. But here's the difference between these two charts. I wish I could overlay them on top of each other so you could really see the difference. But notice how viewers are here at 14. Let's just draw some lines to show you. Viewer behavior does not match streamer behavior here. So as you can see, these are viewers you're looking at on the screen right now. It peaks right here at 14 o'clock. And then it just tanks all the way until the end of the chart here. It just really declines until the end of the chart. Viewership goes down significantly, consistently, basically, right? All the way through the rest of the day until midnight. 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern to midnight, the viewership just tanks all night long. But the number of channels streaming, as you can see, this is the top of the chart where you saw a moment ago. The number of channels streaming only goes down a little bit. Then it goes back up in North America. Then it goes down. And so obviously this has a lot to do with English speaking streams in North America, streaming when people get off of work and stuff like that. But overall, the viewership in the world isn't matching this trend. And so what this tells me is that from this point, 2 p.m. to the end of the day is actually the worst time of the day to stream, just by the numbers. 2 p.m. to midnight is actually the worst time of the day to stream, just by the numbers globally that we just saw. Now you can come up with other reasons why it's better, because the competition stays relatively consistent, as you can see here, but the viewership does not stay consistent. The viewership actually goes down from 2 o'clock to the end of the day. The viewership goes way down. It doesn't stay consistent like the other chart does. It actually goes down, down, down over the course of the day. So I would say the red zone in terms of streaming is from 2 to midnight. That's a bad time to stream by the numbers. The green zone in terms of the chart, where you have a consistency between viewership and streamers, is actually when the viewership is going up, right? You want to be riding an uptrend as new viewers are arriving to the platform, right? And so optimally, what you would want to do is you would want to start streaming when there are the least amount of viewers on the platform and there's like close to the least amount of competition. So we'd say between 4 and 5 a.m. And then you would want to ride the trend up as it goes up over time after that. So you want to be on board the platform when there's the lowest competition. So like right here, for example, when you look at competition, there's at 5 a.m. or even 6 a.m. really, 6 a.m. There's 50,000 channels on Twitch at 6 a.m. And then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours later, the competition doubles. So at 6 a.m. Eastern up to noon, the competition doubles during that period of time. That is really interesting. And during that period of time from 6 a.m. to noon, the viewership goes up by double as well. So the odds are in your favor, basically, or like supply and demand remains consistent during this period of time. There's not a disparity between supply and demand between 6 a.m. and noon on Twitch. It stays consistent. The number of viewers and the number of streamers stays about the same during that period of time, which is why that is actually the sweet spot in terms of streaming on Twitch if you want to try to break through. Instead of having the odds be terrible over here on this side of the chart, you have the odds being at least okay on that side of the chart. So the sweet spot in terms of streaming on Twitch just by the numbers is between 6 and 12 Eastern. You see? So today, we were able to conclude a lot of things. Today, we were able to ID top 10 games and top 10 opportunities and do analysis on whether they're actually an opportunity or not. We were also able to take a look at how the dynamic of this platform is changing drastically with the number of people that are streaming versus not, and what languages they're speaking, and where the trends are going. And the trend is going, English is on the way out, and other languages are on the way in. And we were also able to identify statistically the worst time to stream on Twitch, which is between 2 and midnight Eastern, and the best time to stream on Twitch, just according to the numbers, which is basically between like 6 a.m. and noon. And now you have some insights to walk away from. You had a number of games where I gave thumbs up or even 2 thumbs up, and I had a number of games where I gave thumbs down or 2 thumbs down. So those insights, just by doing some research on your own, you can begin to put together a good strategy that can give you actionable items to take. This wasn't just a data nerd and like, let's look at some stats and nerd out, bros. This actually told you which games are better to test than others, and what time of day you can potentially stream those games and get some audience off of it. That's actionable. That's something that you can go do now. So the whole point of this session, sure, it was to give you some insights directly, but it was to teach you how to go through the process of researching so that you can go find your own opportunities, right? So make me proud. Go find those opportunities. And if you want to learn how to do deep research like this, coaching, even easy to learn tips and overarching strategies that aren't so numbers heavy, follow me on Twitch if you're watching the replay. Link in the description below. Free coaching every single weekday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I did a lot of talking. My eyeballs hurt after looking at all these charts. Yikes. And I'll see you in the next one. See you tomorrow.